If I had to describe Love Flops, it would be that it's like having a fever dream after taking a Viagra pill. I have never seen a bigger jumble mess of bricked up events in an anime in my entire life, and not only that, as the show goes on, the maze that is Love Flops just gets weirder, more confusing, and arguably borderline entering the anime realm. And it's all wrapped up into one big show consisting of every genre you can think of, tied together with debatably some of the worst writing of the season. But you should watch it, it's actually pretty fun. Love Flops seems like it's gonna start out like any other rom-com with him just building a harem in the first episode, but it takes about 5 minutes for you to realize that Love Flops is just built different. In the first episode, his teacher makes out with him and gives him hickeys, he gets taco bombed, he pockets 2 pairs of panties, and they also please the furry crowd. And it just doesn't slow down either. The next episode, he's nearly tricked into marriage, he's asked to go to a hotel, he eye spies Taco Bell, and he comes to find out these are all potential brides and a groom set up by his dad, and then they all attempt to ambush him anywhere he goes, whether it be the bath or the bedroom. So if you didn't believe me before, I don't know how you possibly couldn't now. This shows a literal roller coaster of what bricked up nonsense could possibly happen next, and with each next episode following a different girl, they just get weirder and weirder. Are you a fan of cultured manga? Well, Amalia's episode is focused on her learning Japanese so she can show her expression of love to Asahi for learning his native tongue, but she only uses cultured doujins to help her learn, so she actually only learns all the sexual kanji instead of the actual useful stuff. Maybe you like the guy-on-guy teasing action though instead. Ilia's episode's all about the two of them going to a bathhouse together, and she's actually a girl that was forced to identify as a man by her father and spends the entire time trying to convince Asahi that she's a dude. Or maybe you're one kinky mofo. Mongfa's episode, Asahi is kidnapped by a strange organization, they gagged and hogtied him on a love bed, and Mongfa has come to save him. Turns out she's actually a hit woman, and this organization is after her, and they used him as bait. So they have to fight their way through a building of people using guns, using a vibrating toy and lube. Maybe you dislike High School DxD way too much. Then you have Corinne's episode where aliens invade Earth and sole intention is to destroy the male genitalia, inevitably ending the human race. But Corinne is actually a magic girl that gets her powers from stimulation from the one she loves, so obviously these two have to get it on and fondle some milk bags. But we're taking a left turn down horror field now with Aoi's episode. As the other 4 girls just disappear, she destroys Asahi's phone, takes him to this random isolated location, transforms into a different person right in front of his eyes, and then he passes out. Hey, are you still with me? Because we're only halfway through the season right now. This heaping pile of trash they have fed us so far is actually only possible because it's egregious, cheap, dark, and kinda sad plot twist. Turns out he's been living in a virtual reality world, interacting with the newest form of AI, attempting to teach them feelings, and they were all falling for him. He was chosen at random, or so they thought. It turns out the guy who made the AI used his dead daughter's consciousness to build it, and this daughter was actually Asahi's childhood best friend. So the AI actually chose him on purpose so that she could see him again, and all the AI he had been interacting with were actually this dead girl. But now she's mad at the whole situation and decides to take revenge Terminator style in Japan by those who made her, taking over the satellite that controls everything in this futuristic dystopian society, the cars, houses, lights, trash cans, so Asahi has to return to the virtual world to stop her. So as you can see, this is just no ordinary story. It goes from ordinary rom-com to bricked up rom-com to doujin series to guy-on-guy anime to 50 Shades of Grey to reversed High School DxD to the Matrix to the Terminator. In this bizarre jumbled mess of stories that has been loosely put together, emphasis on the loosely, only being held together by this little thread in the series, which is the writing and script, which at moments can be pretty decent but be absolutely atrocious the next. Like this, when she's dying, it's all sad after a passionate goodbye kiss and this monologue after her love as she passes away.
This is really sweet and all, but they've been walking from the other side of the room for like 5 minutes.
And the plot twist is just this really cheap trick to make everything in this mess actually work, because you can literally justify anything with it. Did the relationship seem rushed? Well, yeah, the AI were programmed that way. Was the situation freaking weird? Yeah, but it's a fake world. Did the girls act like they didn't know how to function as human beings? Yeah, that's because they were AIs learning how to function as human beings. Honestly, the show is just a heaping pile of dog poop. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, even the brain dead society of my anime list agrees that anime is bad, so it has to be true. But at the same time, it's weirdly enjoyable. You truly never know what's going to happen next. Despite the rundown that I just gave you, there is so much more in every episode that will still surprise you. Every time I thought I was prepared for the next episode, despite how much I felt like I figured out the show, it still surprised me each and every time. It made me do a spit take because of some outrageous out-of-pocket moment or laugh from pure shock value. Love Flops is truly the hottest piece of trash to ever grace my channel since I've started reviewing anime on YouTube, and I loved it. I can't say I recommend this show because I don't know if anyone would actually enjoy it besides the degenerates like myself that indulge on the lowest of hanging fruits on the anime tree, but if you're a degenerate, then check this out. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, my fellow degenerate, if you enjoyed the review and impressions of Love Flops. It really does help me out, and let me know what you thought about it down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.